Hey everybody, Captain Algebra here, and welcome to my updated game room tour. So it's been about 15 months since I last did mine. It was right after my first daughter was born, so I thought we'd update it. Hasn't changed too much since the last one, I don't think, other than that I've got a lot more games. I've kind of rearranged things a little bit, but I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so right as you come down the stairs, you got my Guitar Hero games, 2 and 3. Used to play a lot of Guitar Hero back in college, and then this shelf was just added. So at the top is where I put some of my amiibo. We got the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild ones. We got the Mario Maker one, my Macho Man sunglasses. We got the Spyro keychain that came with pre-ordering Spyro Reignited Trilogy. We got some Video Games Monthly sunglasses. Then going down, we got my Nintendo Power Collection. Obviously I don't have a ton of them, but I would eventually like in a complete collection. Then going down, we do have my strategy guides, including my Ultimate NES guide or Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the NES Library by Pat Contry. So I will be getting the Super Nintendo one. Another amiibo of Falco. And then down there is just my manuals that I don't have the games in the box at all. So quite a few there. So I have to get those box games. I like to have, if I've got the manual, I like to put the box with them. And then moving on to the next shelf, we'll start at the top. We got my Halo Reach limited edition, I think. Collector's edition, something like that. Huge Halo Reach fan. Disney Infinity, when Toys R Us was going out of business, these were like $2, so I grabbed that one. Then my Death Smiles limited edition, really fun shooter. And Little Nightmares 6th edition. That was a game I was kind of disappointed in, but it wasn't too expensive. Then moving down, we got the start of my Genesis games, so we put the complete in box games first, and this shelf actually goes with the one next to it. So I go across one, all the way to the next one. So then above that real quick, I've got some Funko Pops, my Kratos, and then Power Rangers. We got the Green Ranger, black, white, and pink. So eventually I do need to get more of those. Then moving on, again, more Genesis games. Again, these are all the complete, well, at least box ones. I might not have the manual for some of these. And then we start the loose ones. And then that goes right down into that next shelf. More loose. And we go over to the next and continue with Sega. We got my small Sega Dreamcast collection, which I got to play more. Then we start my PS1 collection. And I was doing collection videos at one point, so some of those are up. So if you're curious to see what I've got, obviously it needs to be updated, but we got more. That spot missing right there is Resident Evil 2, because I'm playing it currently. And then we got a couple long box games, nothing special. Let's pull them out. We got Twisted Metal. Actually, let's just go down to the floor. Twisted Metal, one of my favorite series. Viewpoint, an interesting little shooter. And then WrestleMania, the arcade game that I got for $20 back in the day. So those are there, just because they don't really fit anywhere else. And then we've got my Game Shark, some demo discs, some headsets, and then my very tiny TurboGrafx 16 collection. And moving on, next comes the PS2 collection. Again, everything is in alphabetical order. It's just the way I like to do things. Maybe it's my math brain, who knows. And one more shelf of PS2. Then after that, we've got a very few PS3 games. We got 2 of them, but then come the PS4 games. Probably my favorite current gen system. So I do like to pick up games for that quite a bit. You can see, got a couple of those collector's editions from Play Asia. Those are those bigger boxes. And then goes into the Xbox 360. Which the Xbox 360 collection then goes on to the bottom of the next shelf. As you can see there. And then on up, we've got my PS1 complete in box. I don't know, or a PS1 controller. I don't know why I picked it up. I think it was like $2 at a garage sale. So I'm like, okay, why not? Moving up on this shelf, we've got a Game Boy case with a Wii U Xbox, or a Wii U Disney Infinity with another Game Boy case. Then we're going to jump to the, actually no, we'll just keep going up. Then we've got my original Xbox collection, pretty small, but I just picked up recently. Then we got a loose PSP game and a loose Xbox game. I think this is like a Shrek. Yeah, Shrek Super Party. So that came with the Xbox. It was in there randomly, so oh well. Then we got a PSP collection, again, pretty small. And then this top box is my original Game Boy games and Game Boy Color. Bottom box is Game Boy Advance games. Then we got my Nintendo 3DS XL. It's the Zelda edition with the 3DS games. Onto our DS games. Then moving up, we got my complete in box Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games. And then all the way at the top, we got my Kratos action figure because I love God of War. Then we have the Kratos and Atreus Funko Pop from Best Buy only. And then a Kratos, what were these called? Pixel Pals. Pretty cool. Then moving on to the next shelf. Got the Mega Man 2 Plug and Play I got for Christmas for my brother. My only complete in box TurboGrafx game, Bonk's Adventure, with the Donkey Kong bongos in the back. And then Mario Party 7 complete in box. And then going down this shelf, we've got my GameCube games. Up top there on the left, that's the disc for the Game Boy player. And some more GameCube games. I would like to get more. I really do like the GameCube. Then that goes into our Wii games. Again, one more shelf of Wii. And moving down, those are some perler bead artwork that I got from Mega Dan. So we got Ganon, we got the guy from Contra, we got the Phantom, and then the one of the guys from Zombies Ate My Neighbors. And then we got the little Wii, a little more Wii games and the small Wii U collection. Then all the way at the bottom, because it's the least important, the Nintendo Switch games, because hashtag PS4 is better than Nintendo Switch. Right, T-Belly? No, I do like the Switch. I just like PS4 better. And then my Super Mario cereal box. And we got two more shelves over here. Up top, we do have a Luigi Pixel Pal, because I do like Luigi better. My Twilight Princess Wii U HD. Then my Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. And Yoshi's Woolly World, all with their amiibos. Then we've got my complete box Star Wars for the Famicom. Thank you, Die Hard. The Holy Diver Collector's Edition that came from Castlemania Games, from Retrobit, I think that's who made it. And then my complete in box Mario Paint. And then we go into our NES games. On top there's my Famicom adapter, so I can play Famicom games on my top loader NES. And we start with the complete in box NES games. Then we go into the loose. You know, I don't have to have complete box games, but if I do find them for cheap, I do pick them up. But even without the box, NES games just look fantastic on a shelf. I think we can all agree on that one. So, yeah, my NES collection has definitely picked up over the last couple years. So, yep, so just kind of quickly going through these. If you ever want to know what exactly I have, just ask me. I can definitely put another collection video up. And last row of NES games. And this kind of, you can see, it's kind of junky right here. Got some notes from friends. I got an extra Game Boy Color. Got some other things, so I gotta organize that a little more. Then we go down into our Super Nintendo games, starting again with complete box. Working way our Deluxe, and also got my Super Game Boy. And that goes over again. And then down a few shelves. Again, just like every other system, everything is nice and alphabetical. And that ends and goes to our Nintendo 64. Same thing, starting with complete box, goes to loose. Then down to the bottom of the shelf. You can see I'm actually running out of room because I had to stack some up there. So I'm going to get some cardboard to put over the top of those games, and then we will be able to have more there. Then real quick, we do have my Zelda clock that my wife got me for our first anniversary. I think modern was clock and like traditional was paper. I'm like, I don't want anything paper, just give me a clock, give me a Zelda clock. So that's what she got me. And you can see my daughter is slowly making her way into my game room. So that kind of sucks now. It's fun though. My DVD collection, back in high school I used to buy a ton of DVDs, and I've been paring down a lot recently. Then we've got some Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games. I got this idea from Discart. Works pretty good. I need to get some more so I can display all my Game Boy games like this. And these are some pretty cool Switch game holders I found again from Discart. That was on Etsy. So those are I think my three first Switch games was Odyssey, Tiny Barbarian DX, and Wonder Boy. Then we got another Game Boy Color. And then my Kratos statue from my collector's edition. Working our way down this corner again is a little, just kind of got some random games. Over there on the left right there, those are my doubles. Some of those I got to send out to Nefarious Wes, and actually probably the time I post this video, you will have gotten that, Wes. And then these are not doubles, but those are all my like PS2, PS1, and Genesis sports games that were taking up a lot of room on my shelves, and I was running out of space, so I just got rid of them and put them over here. So once I have more space, I'll add those to the shelf. And then my Wii tower that I picked up for like 10 bucks. And we got the games that I like a little bit more on here, or even some of the rare games that I have, like you saw up here, like Data East class arcade classics. I never see that. So yeah, that's why I have it there. And then you've got my setup. So we got my TV with a Power Ranger poster above it, because Power Rangers are fan-freaking-tastic. My two C3PO Xbox 360 controllers, one that came with my Xbox, and the other one I just bought because my other one, you can see, has duct tape on it because I dropped it. And yes, I dropped it, I didn't throw it. And that's what I'm currently playing, Resident Evil 2. And moving down, you can see all my consoles. We got Super Nintendo, top-loading NES, Genesis, GameCube 64, PS2 and TurboGrafx 16, Dreamcast, Xbox 360 Star Wars Edition, original Xbox, and a PS3. My PS4, Switch, and Wii U are all upstairs. Yeah. And then just my little, where I do my computer. You can see I'm watching, what was I watching? Rock Solid Productions, playing some Darkwing Duck before I set this up. And then real quick, ignore the cat stuff. This is just where I keep all my boxes for everything. And then down below is where I keep all my controllers and cords and stuff in those blue bins, because I don't like cords all over the place. So there you go. That is my game room. So hopefully you enjoyed it. It hasn't changed too much since my last one, but the last one was about 15 months ago when my first daughter was born, so I thought I'd update it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.